have you been, just a quick question, have you been listening to maybe Jordan Peterson and his work?
No.
He's like a clinical psychologist, and he got
Okay.
really popular in the last few years because he was recording his lectures on he's also he's a clinical practitioner and also on a college. I don't know what it was, Oxford, Stanford, one of the really good ones. And he started recording his lectures and gained huge popularity online on YouTube. He's super smart. He's very religious, and he's also like very he often gets quoted, and the video titles show like word porn, because how he structures his sentences is just amazing. You like listen to it and you're like, wow, this is an awesome, and then you like rewind it again and it sounds better and better. He really has a way with words, and he reflects on a lot of topics that we just went through, but he kind of structures it really well. I think he did a lot of debates, so everything that he structures and talks about, it's kind of like said in a way, if you were to dissect it and try to attack it, you will have a really hard time, so all his sentences are kind of on point. And I love how his mind works, and he mentions a lot of concepts that like people overload themselves or judge themselves, or go into places where everything's against you, and then you're against yourself. Like you don't need the extra like thing bringing you down. Like he wrote 2 books. I think one of them is 12 Rules for Life, and he does a lot of like really good tips in there that are kind of like, I would love to say easy to implement, but he does it from such a deep perspective. Like the first rule in his book is like, set your house in order, which sounds like clean up your room, but as the deeper you go, the more it's like the relationships in your house, how you feel, your inner, like the house can be a metaphor for your mind, and
Totally.
all of his concepts are brilliant like that. I highly recommend you checking him out. He's really
will.
Cool.
And the cleaning up your house physically is also very important too. It's something that I have a lot of my clients do when we're working together. I'll have them do like a high self practice where they meet their high self and familiarize themselves with her or him. And then what I have them do is kind of like assess, what in their life, whether it's in their physical environment, their internal environment, whatever, is or isn't in line with their high self, and doing a physical cleansing of the things that, like, maybe it's like clothes that you're hanging on to that like no longer fit you, or that you haven't worn in 6 years or whatever, or maybe it's, like your house is just like a mess and you need to actually like physically clean it and go around and dust and vacuum and whatever. Like thinking about like, how does my high self live? What are the things she allows or he allows into his environment? From a physical and energetic aspect.
Do you have people like take their phone and show you their house and be like,
no, I haven't done that.
Bring that back in order, like your couch. No,
I haven't gone that far, but I trust that they're doing the work for themselves. So yeah, I think that is important though, like your environment really does stimulate, your external environment is a reflection of your internal environment. And of course, what we want to do is quote unquote clean up the internal environment by like letting go of the things that aren't serving you and that don't belong to you and whatever. But a great way to start that can actually be starting in the physical and starting to clean up the external. And then that kind of creates some momentum too.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.